Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this. If you're watching this, today is October 15th. We are already halfway through October. That's hard to believe. And it's 2024. I'm John Buechner, and this is the Presbyterian Church of Broomfield. And we're here to give you a moment or two of some encouragement. But first, as always, a couple of announcements. This Saturday at 9 is the women's breakfast in Shipper Fellowship Hall, right here in this building. We're also trying to find time for you, if you haven't done this, to get your picture taken for our upcoming directory. And not this Sunday, but the following Sunday at 10 a.m., Paul Williams will be here to snap pictures if you have not gotten yours taken. Some people ask me, is this just for members or for non-members too? It's for everybody. So this is a congregation directory, not just the members or just those that, have a certain know the password and the handshake and things like that. So we'd love to have your picture. So when we mention your name and somebody's asking about you, they can look you up and see that. It'll be digital. It'll also be on paper. And then finally, Saturday, October 26th, that's in a couple Saturdays, at 4 p.m., we're going to have a night or a day, evening of multi-generational fun and games. We're going to play games, have some snacks, socialize, all that. Every age is welcome, and we'd love to have you do that. Please bring a snack to share, and then that'll be great. All right, here's something for today, and I think I've actually covered this with you a few videos ago, but this idea that we need to hear that all is forgiven. 1 John 1:9, if we confess our sins to him, he is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all wickedness, or to purify us from all unrighteousness. God's promise to you and to me is total forgiveness if you come to him and ask for it. The offer is for you, it's for me. You cannot, I don't think you cannot begin to truly face your life in the light of God's goodness until you know that you're forgiven, until you know that you're under grace. I mean, think of, I know I brought this up, two scenarios. One scenario, somebody pulls you aside, someone that you love, let me put it that way, someone that you love pulls you aside and says, can I talk to you about something in your life? Okay? Versus someone you know who doesn't even like you calls you into the office and says, I need to talk to you about your life. Okay? Your internal reaction is very different on the second scenario than the first one. You don't want to be exposed. You don't want to be chided or lambasted. But in the case of love, if somebody loves you and says, can I talk to something about what I noticed about you? That's a different scenario. That's, there's no condemnation because that person loves you. So what I want to encourage you is whatever you have to face about yourself, your past, or what you might be going through right now, it's already been forgiven. All right? You can go there. The exposure might be kind of painful, but you're under grace, right? It's hard to face sin, and the whole thing can be booby-trapped with shame and fear and condemnation and all kinds of things like that. But the only way through this is to remember that all is forgiven, everything, by grace. And so my challenge to you is to go to Jesus today and say, Jesus, I choose to live in your love. I know you accept me, and I know you love me. Now show me how you want to work in my life. Show me how you're working in my life. Let me follow you. I hope you have a great week. But please know this, you are forgiven. All you got to do is ask. And then whatever Jesus pulls you aside to say, I think there might be something you need to look at, it's done in love. It's done because he wants you to grow into the men and women that he has intended. I'll talk to you later.